everyone, welcome back. We are in day 7 and we are going to learn about project management. So, this is the complete agenda for the today's session. That is, what is project management? We'll be understanding about what is a project management, role of a functional consultant in a project management, what is the primary role of a functional consultant, fundamentals of project management, effective communication skills, phases of functional consultant, and scenario and checklist we will be discussing. So completely we'll be discussing with a scenario, and we will see the checklist of a functional consultant, okay, for project management. So if you have missed from day 1 to day 6, please go and watch that. So day 1 I have discussed about what are essentials for who is a functional consultant and what is his role, and then I have also discussed about what are the responsibilities of a functional consultant specifically as a business central functional consultant, and I have also discussed about two checklist, okay, and also the exercises and solutions for that. So today we will discuss about project management. So before talking about the project management, we should understand what is a project management. So project management is a discipline of planning, organizing, securing, managing, leading, and controlling resources to achieve a specific goal. That is very important. Why we are doing all these things? To achieve a specific goal of a organization. Okay, so we are going to achieve a specific role. So there will be some roles for us. So we have to achieve that. Okay, so a project is a temporary endeavor with a defined beginning and end. It has a defined beginning and it has a defined end where we have to start and how we have to finish it, which is undertaken to meet unique goals and objectives, typically to bring about beneficial change or added value. The primary challenge of a project management is to achieve all the project goals and objectives while honoring the preconceived constraints such as scope, time, quality, and budget. So these things are involved in project management. So this is very important. So in project management, we have key aspects like defining a project scope, planning and scheduling, resource management, budget management, risk management, quality management, stakeholder communication, and project closure. So in this project management, so PM means project management, okay, please understand. So what is the role of a functional consultant in project management? This is the next question. So the role of a functional consultant in project management, especially in the context of business central, okay, typically include understanding the business requirements. This is of course common for all the tools and softwares, okay, and I'm just specifically telling on business central. So understanding business requirements, what will they do? They will gather and analyze the needs of the client or the project to understand what must be achieved by the implementation of the software. So this is what the very first step, which is understanding business requirements. The second one is solution mapping. Functional consultants translate business requirements into functional specification and ensures that the proposed solution meets these requirements. That is what solution mapping. And the third one comes is what the configuration and customization. Functional consultants are responsible for configuring the software to suit the business needs and may also be involved in customizing the software if the out of the box features do not fully meet the business requirements. So customization means completely he will not be customizing it. So technical consultant will be a part of it, but anyhow a functional consultant will be directly into connecting with the organization. The fourth one is what testing. Okay, so functional consultants often play a key role in testing to ensure that the software functions as intended and meets the business requirements. And the fifth one is training and support. Functional consultants provide training to end users and offer support during the after implementation. Sixth one is what liaison between stakeholders and the technical team, acting as a bridge between the business side and the technical team, ensuring that the technical solution aligns with the business needs. And finally, project documentation, documenting various aspects of the project, including business requirements, system configurations, customizations, and user manuals. So, while project management is about overseeing a project to ensure its success, a functional consultant in such a project focuses on specific aspects of understanding, configuring, and implementing a software solution to meet the project's objective. So you may all have a doubt like why I'm teaching all these things, because as a if you are new to functional consultant role, new to functional consultant field, you should understand who is a functional consultant, why, what are the things he should use it, okay, what are the things he should have, and what are the primary phases he will face. Okay, all these things, that is what I have covered right from the day 1 towards day 9 is completely the basics for the functional consultants. Okay, and from day 10 I'll be just introducing business central to you. So the fundamentals of project management, the core principles and practices. So what is the fundamental of project management? Project management is a critical skill in various industries, ensuring that projects are completed on time, within budget, and to the required quality standard. So the fundamentals of project management involves a set of core principles. Okay, it has some core principles essential for managing projects effectively. So what all these things include, what are the fundamentals of the project management? The very first one is the project life cycle. Okay, so every project goes through a series of stages known as the project life cycle. These stages typically involve initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and control, and closing. So he should understand what is the project life cycle. Second one is project planning. So, which involves a setting of goals, defining a goals and responsibilities, roles and responsibilities, determining what work need to be done, and planning the resources needed, which also includes like developing a project plan, setting a realistic and measurable objectives, defining deliverable milestones, creating a scheduled and timelines, and allocating resource and budgeting. The third one involves execution. This is where the plans are put into action. The key activities in executions are coordinating people and resources, implementing plans, managing stakeholder engagement, communicating project status. The fourth one is project monitoring and controlling, tracking the project's process, progress, and making necessary adjustment, measuring project performance, okay, using appropriate tools and techniques, identifying and managing issues and risk, ensuring project objectives, and implementing changes effectively. So these comes under monitoring and controlling. Next one is closing. So the final stage is what closing, finalizing all the activities, completing completing and setting each contract, documenting lessons, handing over project deliverables to the client. In this, the key areas are like scope, schedule, cost, quality, human resource, communication, risk, procurement, stakeholder management. All these things are involved. Okay, so these are all very very important thing for a functional consultant. Okay, these are all the roles of a functional consultant. These are all the functional fundamentals of project management where the functional consultant should also adhere to. Okay, so the next one is effective communication skills for functional consultant. So this is another important thing which I wanted to discuss with you all. This is my page. You can go and check here. If you go and check, you can find the ebooks. Okay, so Mastering Business Central Functional Consultant Q&A, and this is AL Mastery in 3 weeks. That is 21 days bootcamp content, book content, and this is Microsoft Dynamics AL programming interview questions. Okay, so whatever we have discussed here in 21 days, based on these things I have framed some 100 plus question, not only 100 plus, is 120 plus questions which are specifically on AL programming, whatever discussed here, which is with the question answer, scenario based question, direct question, and everything in this particular book. Okay, so I'll be leaving this link. Okay, so you can find this link here. If you just scroll down, you can get it, or else you can just click on this Business Central Technical, you can find the books. Business Central Functional, you can find the book, and I'll be uploading the future books also here, ebooks here. If you want it, you can get it. So all the Indian residents can easily get it from here, and if you're a foreign resident and if you wanted to avail the book, please leave your comments. So this is for your information, and this 41 days bootcamp book is all will be available here in the future. Okay, and the into the interview questions and everything will be updated here, so please keep an eye on this. So effective communication skill is what the first one is: clear conveyance of idea. Okay, effective communication is a cornerstone of a success for a functional consultant, which involves not just the ability to speak. Okay, you don't want only to speak, and you don't need to be right clarity. Okay, very clear statements, but you should also listen. You should also present information effectively and build trust and collaboration. That is very, very important. So here I have mentioned four important thing for effective communication. So the one is clear conveyance of ideas. Okay, the first one is what? Clear conveyance of ideas. Okay, so here I have specified few things. Okay, so I have mentioned few important effective communications. I will explain with the scenario. Okay, so clear conveyance of ideas, articulating thoughts and concepts clearly. Okay, for example, when explaining a complex software feature to a non-technical client, a functional consultant should use simple language and analogies that relate to the client's everyday experience. So instead of using a technical jargon, you should compare a database to a filing cabinet where data is stored in organized and easily retrievable compartment. Okay, so this is what clear conveyance of idea. You should talk to the client in his language, in the sense I'm not talking about Hindi or Tamil or any other language. I'm just talking about what he is facing in a daily basis, so you have to talk in his way. Next one is active listening. Okay, which involves fully focusing on the speaker, understanding their message and responding thoughtfully. It's not just about hearing the words, but also about picking up on non-verbal cues and the emotions behind the words. Okay, for example, during the project meeting, a client expresses concerns about meeting the project deadline. An effective functional consultant does not just hear the concern, they also understand the underlying anxiety. So they might respond by acknowledging the concern, like, I understand you are worried about the timeline, like that you have to tell. Okay, and clarifying specifics and discussing potential solutions or adjustment. You should tell, like, yeah, I can totally understand your timeline. We will try to ensure, which will try to complete that, but anyhow, if any inconsistencies happen, so we have to just think about it, so we will have a buffer time, like that you have to just talk about. Next one is effective presentation, delivering information on in a way that is both understanding and engaging. Okay, for example, when presenting a new software solution to a group of a stakeholder, the functional consultant should structure the presentation logically, starting with an overview, then detailing the feature, benefits, and ending with a Q&A session. Using visual like charts or diagrams and incorporating stories or examples can make the presentation more engaging and easier to understand. And finally, building trust and collaboration. According to me, this is very, very important for a functional consultant. Effective communication is key for trusting environment, so which involves being honest, transparent, and respectful in all interactions. For example, a functional consultant working on a software implementation encounters a significant issue that could delay the project. Instead of hiding the problem, functional consultant should proactively inform the project team and stakeholders, explain the issue, its potential impact, and propose a plan to address it. This approach helps build trust and encourages a collaborative effort to find a solution. So, in each of these aspects, the goal is to ensure that communication is not one way street but a dynamic process of exchange where information is not just transmitted but shared, understood, and acted upon effectively. For a functional consultant, mastering these skills is crucial in navigating the complexities of a projects, managing client expectations, and driving unsuccessful outcomes. So I hope you understand. Let us see the next one. What are the phases of functional consultant? So a functional consultant play a crucial role in software project, working closely with clients and technical teams. So he will be in charge of requirement gathering and analysis. Okay, so they interact directly with the client to understand and document their process and requirement. So a functional consultant meets the client finance team to understand their accounting process. They document requirements like automated invoicing, budget tracking, and financial reporting. Then, as I told, it's a solution design. You have to create a plan based on the gathered requirement. A functional consultant will create a detailed solution and designs that aligns with the client's business needs. For example, the functional consultant designs a workflow for the finance software that includes modules for invoicing, budget management, and reporting, ensuring it aligns with the client's existing processes. The third one is what is system configuration. Functional consultant configure the system according to the designed solution, often using built-in tools and settings. So this is generally I'm talking. Okay. So example is like a functional consultant set up finance software configuring settings for invoice generation, budget limits, and report templates. So testing, if we talk about a testing, functional consultant test to ensure that the system works as intended and meets the client requirement. This is like a black box testing. Okay, so black box testing in the sense UI interface testing. So as a functional consultant, he cannot do white box testing like going to the concept, going to the logic and check, but he will just check whether everything is working fine. So example is like he will perform various tests like unit testing. Okay, like unit testing in the sense single if how it is working. Next one will be deployment. As a functional consultant, usually oversee the implementation of the software solution in the client's live environment. Okay, so what is an example is what a functional consultant coordinate the go live process, ensuring that the transition to a new system is smooth and that all data is migrated correctly. And post deployment support is assisting the client after the solution goes live. The functional consultant remains available to address any user queries or issues that may provide training sessions for the client staff. Throughout these phases, the functional consultant act as a bridge between the client's business needs and the technical team's execution, ensuring that the software solution effectively addresses the client requirement. The technical consultant, on other hand, ensure that the technical aspects of the solutions are feasible, stable, and effectively implemented. So these are the various phases of functional consultant. So let us see the checklist here. So this is a checklist which I have prepared, and also I am preparing complete book as I have prepared for the AL bootcamp. So I am preparing the complete book here, like day one towards day complete days with the exercises and solutions for that. So if you are a member and if you are actively involving in the exercises and solution, okay, like because exercises and solutions are only for the members. So if you are actively involving in that, if you are giving me the solutions, if all the solutions if you have given, surely I'll be giving this book as a prize for you or as a gift for you. Or if you wanted to buy this book, it is available. You can find the link in the description. Okay, if you are an international, if you are from abroad, if you are from any other country other than India, so you can check the Amazon link as well. Okay, so this is the phases of functional consultants with involvement of technical consultants. So these are the checklists. Okay, so what a functional consultant should have. So here you can see requirement gathering. What are the things which you have to do? Okay, schedule initial meeting, collect in existing documentation, everything. The solution design, what are the checklist for the requirement gathering? System configuration. Okay, testing, develop test cases and scenarios. Deployment, okay, post deployment, what are the things you have to check? And finally, ongoing activities. Okay, so this is the complete checklist which we discussed here. Okay, phases of functional consultant. Under requirement gathering, what are the things you have to do? Solution design, system, and everything. Okay, so yes, let us see tomorrow. Just go through the complete content, understand what all things we have covered today. So this is the agenda which we have covered today. So based on these things, I have given the exercises. Tomorrow we'll be discussing about the exercises with the scenario and the what task you have to complete. And on day 9, we'll be discussing the exercise solution as well. If you have any queries, please leave your query in the comment. Before coming to day 10, okay, that is the next topic we'll be discussing about the financials. Okay, so finance module in in Business Central. So before coming to that day, you have to do one thing. Okay, you have to get the trial version of Business Central. So I have given this is a task for you. Okay, just go to goms tech talks channel. So here you can find this is my channel, and if you click on this playlist, okay, so you can see the playlist here. Just scroll down where you can see BC Functional Consultant 1001 Mastering the Essentials. So just click on this playlist. It will take you to the essentials part. Okay, where I have discussed about how to create a new account in Business Central. Okay, so this is this one, Business Central trial version, how to access Business Central trial. So just watch this video. You don't need to have your company account or a college account or school account. Okay, you can, if you have, you can use it. If you don't have, you can go ahead and create it with an Outlook account itself. You should have an Outlook account. Okay, a Microsoft account. So you can create a Microsoft account and follow these steps where you will come to know like how to have a trial version of Business Central. So we are going to work on this trial version, that is a finance module. We will be discussing about these modules tomorrow. Okay, so from day 10. Okay, so we'll be discussing about the finance module, sales, purchase, inventory management, project management, reporting and analytics, manufacturing, power apps, power automate. So you need all these things. So, and security, we'll also discuss about the security. So please go and install, just to try to access this. Okay, this is very important, and I want you all to be to have the trial version. Okay, this is the general task for everyone to complete. Thank you, take care, bye bye.